This is Dolynny TV, and a little sooner than I was planning on this afternoon, but just got back from town getting gas and stuff, and now all of a sudden while I'm gone, that's when the Oilers decide to do things. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Adam Larson and stuff, these moves today are made possible. Let's not forget who we're thanking for these. But earlier this morning, if you missed what I uploaded to the channel, I was talking about why the Oilers trading for Taylor Hall is a dumb idea, and I mentioned how there's almost this romanticizing factor about... Oh, pardon me. What the heck? Okay. Romanticizing factor about Taylor Hall and the Edmonton Oilers and all that, especially if you're of that fan base from that time, right? If that's when you became an Oilers fan, if that's when you got involved more so with hockey and stuff like that, Taylor Hall was your beacon of hope as an Edmonton Oilers fan. For a guy like me who came in the 05-06 playoffs, got to see the journey that was, and then 06-07, and then, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Gagner came along. And to me, Sam Gagner will always be perhaps one of the best what could have beens for the Oilers in this whole rebuild, dark days, dark ages of Oilers hockey. And to this day, you know what? We can talk about Hall, we can talk about Gagner, but we still got Gagner, and that's the most beautiful thing. And ladies and gentlemen, I inform you today that, Sam Gagner is back up, thanks to that Adam Larson LTIR money, on his way to the NHL. That's huge for us. We'll recap his Bakersfield stats in a moment, but what you need to think there for a second. Ooh, who got sent down? Well, Gaetan Haas is actually headed down to the Bakersfield Condors to go get some reps because, we've seen him, right? He's been benched 2 games. We've seen him get an assist in 5 games for the Oilers. And we've seen him not really do much else outside of that, right? That Joakim Nygard play, that was solid. That was a beautiful assist. No denying that whatsoever for a guy like Gaetan Haas in his first few NHL games. That's a heads-up play. But that's a hockey play. It don't matter what size ice you're on. That's a play you normally can make. For Gaetan Haas, it's tough because we brought him in here. He's really wanting to work on those face-offs. Obviously, I don't know if you can blame his face-off difficulties on an adjustment to the North American game. I'm really not familiar with how face-offs go in Europe as compared to the NHL. So we're not going to concern ourselves too much there, but it's just that fact, right? Is the Oilers started the year with both Nygard and Haas, and as of tomorrow's game against the Winnipeg Jets, neither of them will be in the lineup. Neither of them are technically on the team. Nygard on the IR, so yes, he's team property, all that, dirty, whatever. But for the Oilers, this is part and parcel for how every single season seems to go, right? But this is a move that actually is, for once, a brilliant one, right? Instead of benching Haas and stuff like that, we give him a chance to get playing time on a Bakersfield Condors squad that is absolutely stacked. Guys, this farm club we've got, this is beyond what we've had in years previous. You think about what Yamamoto's doing down there and such like that. Well, it's just ridiculous to think what a guy like Gaetan Haas can learn, what a guy like Gaetan Haas can pretty much pick up in his game from guys that have been doing the North American game all their lives. So you think about Kailer Yamamoto, 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points. Like, come on now, that's fantastic through the first 5 games. But then you've got further to that, you've got Brad Malone with 5 assists. You've got Sam Gagner, who is the 3rd leading scorer on this Bakersfield club, now with the Oilers, who had 4 points in 4 games. Now, okay, yeah, sure, Sam Gagner at the AHL level, he should be dominating. He did it last year with the Toronto Marlies as well when he wasn't playing with the Vancouver Canucks before we acquired him. So that's the discussion point. How much really have we seen any change in Sam Gagner's game? But guys, realistically, you look at a couple of those games in the preseason, you look at how that worked out for Sam Gagner. Things might go well again if he can get back in the lineup and get some regular reps. Now, not that they went bad at the end of last year. I think Sam Gagner was just a victim of how Ken Holland and Dave Tippett wanted to build this roster, and that's fair enough, right? That's how the NHL works. You build a roster to win, and through 8 games, we've done that 7 times. So who's to say with Sam Gagner we could have done that? That's the math right there. So that's a huge go for the Oilers to actually make some hard decisions and have it pay off. We very rarely have that happen. So the Sam Gagner to the Bakersfield Condors, that's a huge get. That's a huge one. And of course, the intangibles he brings as a seasoned NHL pro who's journeyed around, been on the Marlies and helped develop that team last year, right? Think about how many of those Marlies will play on the Toronto Maple Leafs this year. And then, of course, there's the game that he can bring at the AHL level and stuff like that. So that's good. That's huge for Sam Gagner. Now the question is, for Sam Gagner and the Edmonton Oilers, what does he bring to this team? What does Sam Gagner bring? Obviously, the book is his skating's not like it used to be. Everything in Sam Gagner's game isn't like it used to be. But the question mark is here, guys. Sam Gagner, if I'm not mistaken, is no older. Yeah, he's 30 years old. So Sam Gagner at 30 is not like he used to be. Well, that's tough, right? That's for a guy like me who romanticizes Sam Gagner more than I romanticize Taylor Hall as an Edmonton Oilers player. I mean, that's what I was getting at in the intro. It's tough, right? That's a tough pill to swallow. But at the same rate, guys, this team is built to have guys succeed up and down the lineup. And obviously, Sam Gagner is not going to slate in on that third line. Sam Gagner is going to be in tough to take Alex Chiasson off that second line. But that fourth line is kind of a magical one, right? You've got guys like Yurko, you've got Granlund, you've got Archibald, and now you've got Gagner in that mix as well. And you kind of look at how it goes, right? You've got Dave Tippett and Ken Holland pretty much saying a guy like Granlund is a better fourth line center than Gaetan Haas right now. That's fair. Sure. You know what? Let the adjustments begin. But what do you got to have on that fourth line? And if you've got, what I'm not forgetting is Patrick Russell, but I'm counting him on that third line. But you've got a bottom 6 that's here to do a job. Problem is with Sam Gagner, he doesn't really kill penalties. He's a second power play guy. He can produce on that second power play. We saw that once or twice last year, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like Sam Gagner is a total like dud in the lineup, only plays regular minutes. But problem is on that second power play unit that sees 30 seconds ice time, if they're lucky during a power play, how impactful can you really be? So for Sam Gagner, this is almost, if you want to look at it this way, for the Oilers' sake and for Sam Gagner's sake, and this hurts to say because I'd love to see Sam succeed here as long as possible, is the best case scenario for Sam Gagner on this call-up is to earn a trade out of town. That hurts. Okay, that hurts. And now, yes, okay, you're going to call out the double standard Hall Gagner kind of deal that I have here, but like I said, different eras, different times, right? You grow up, you fantasize about different possibilities for different players, and my guy's Sam Gagner. So, Sam Gagner called up, Gaetan Haas down. There's 2 things here that both players have to do. Gaetan Haas in the AHL has to adjust to the North American game. Sam Gagner in the NHL has to, pretty much, if he wants a playing career in the NHL, earn a trade out of town. And I mean, obviously he plays up here, as besides to down here, where he'd probably get demoted to the AHL and just keep him for now. If he earns a trade out of town, guys, that's an asset back in the door. That's something we can use in a future trade, right? Whether it be a draft pick, especially if we could get like a 3rd round draft pick for Gagner in a trade for Puljujärvi going, like that's a huge get. Or that replaces our 3rd round draft pick. We'll lose by about November 25th when James Neal scores his 20th goal. So guys, that's my takedown of this, right? The breakdown, takedown, brutal. brutal go. But it's simple, right? It's simple math. You know what? Sam Gagner, another chance in Oilers colors. I'm going to be fantasizing about him doing great things on the ice. And then, of course, there's Gaetan Haas adjusting to the North American game down there in Bakersfield. Win-win for both players going up and down. And realistically, the only scary scenario in this for the Edmonton Oilers at this point is leaving Gaetan Haas down in the AHL too long and having him book it back to Europe. As I said, I can see one of Persson, Haas, or Nygaard back in Europe before this year's end. So is Gaetan Haas that guy that ends up doing that? I don't know. But guys, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Sam Gagner up, Gaetan Haas down. I am up on out of here.